The day began so early. We were up by 5:30. We began our journey at around 6:30, and we were able to reach our destination, a village in Matiana, and we're so excited to meet the elderly women and the elderly men. We were able to interact with them. We were able to share their lives with us. And we felt so privileged that we were able to minister unto them in a very special way. The old men and women were so excited. They were so happy to interact with us, and we saw the glory of God in it all. We reminded them that what brings us together is nothing but the love of God, the love of Christ. That is what brings us together. We also told them how important they were as old people. They are endowed with wisdom. They are endowed with knowledge which is not easily found. They are a source of help to the young people, a source of comfort, and the society really holds on them. We encourage them to live good lives even in their old age, that the Lord God is going to bless them and even grant them more years to come. We were able to share gifts with them, and they were so happy. They were so excited. They prepared delicious meals for us, and at the end of it all, we thanked God for the day. It was actually a wonderful day. Together with our sister Jean, with Reverend Margaret, we actually enjoyed the day with the old men and the old women in the village in Uganda.
My name is Margaret Tindivale. I am from Kimilili, Bungoma County in Kenya. I have visited Uganda under courtesy of Sister Jean Bonds, who was invited by a group known as She Lands. And when we arrived here, we found our host Fred, who had organized a meeting with the elderly people in one of the villages in Kampala. I was happy to interact with the old people, and I want to thank God because of the gift of life that He has bestowed upon them. So this day I have learned that we have the old people in the society, but they don't have somebody to care for them, especially in relation to their basic needs. So this has challenged me that even as I go back home in Kenya, in our village Kimilili, I know that we also have old people who are there and they do not have any care. So I've been challenged that I also need to step up, possibly have a vision of taking care of such old people in the village, maybe by providing for them the basic needs or just being there for the moral support or for the psychosocial support, because they need somebody whom they can lean on.
My name is Sebaggala Fred, and I'm in Uganda, East Africa. We are in a village deep in Mitiana district, and today we are here for a mission with Sheila and Madame Jean. Jean, she's an American who came to visit Uganda, and there is what we call the elderly promise. You know, it's part of our heart so that we can care for them, look after them, because it's one of the team that is lonely, a team that is left. So every time we get the opportunity to reach out, that's what we do. And we are so loving it because the elderly people here, they have come in a big number, and we're going to distribute whatever that we have gotten. Because we realize that very many of them, they're living a life where they don't have soap, they don't have basic needs basically. They're all waiting, and it's going to be, and it's already a good day. Thank you very much for supporting us, and thank you for doing whatever that you're doing. Together with Jean and Sheilands, we are getting better, and we're getting stronger, and we are better together. I discovered the group that is living in this place through a lady who works at a school in Kampala, and she's the matron. She's born in this particular village, so she told me the story about whatever that is going on, so that's how I got to know. Thank God for this day. Our visitors who have come and they have traveled safely. We thank God for that. We thank God for the good words that they have shared with us. We thank God for the love that they have. And even as we love them. So every time they fulfill the dream of visiting us as the elderly people, This village is called Namtamba.
Bulera Namutamba Singo.
Bulera Namtamba Singo.
Akaro bakaita Serumwangu.
The village is called Serumwangu.
Naye tubaaniriza nnyo, tubaagala nnyo mu linnya lya Mukama waffe Yesu. Mwebale otusuulira omwoyo ne mujja ne mutulabako. Tuli basanyufu nnyo ffenna nga bwe mutulaba. Tubeebaza olw'okutugabanya katono ke muyina. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Tusiimira ddala byonna bye mutukolera. Mukama abatuweera omukisa.
This is Jean Walter, and we are here 2 hours from Kampala. We have just finished distributing some staples for the elderly here in this village. Bread, rice, maize flour, and some soap. These basic essentials, the staples that you and I take for granted, are a little bit difficult for them to come up with since they don't have any cash at all. They go to the garden and create their own crops, but these other things are not available to them without cash. And additionally, I brought reusable sanitary pad kits from Freedom Kits for Yakima. That's in Yakima, Washington, where I live, and have given them to the lady that is the head of this house to distribute here for the girls who struggle to come up with basic feminine hygiene care products. Then I have given toys that are made in the Happy Factory from Utah. And these toys cannot be purchased. I can get them from the Happy Factory if I pay for the shipping. And so we've given those out to the children. And then we discovered that these elderly people have grandchildren and they wanted to take them to their grandchildren. So we did that as well. And we gave some pencils. So these are just basic things that we've given today. Most importantly, we've given love and encouragement to these people that in reality are orphans. You know, we think of orphans as small children, but the truth is when you are older and your parents are gone, that qualifies you as an orphan too. As myself, I don't think of myself as an orphan, but that's the case. My parents are gone. So we came to minister to them, to lift them up, to encourage them in the harsh conditions and life that they live. They still are so grateful and appreciative for the things that we brought today. And so this is International Leadership Outreach, my nonprofit, and I have 2 ladies from Kimilili, Kenya that I brought with me to help distribute the items and to encourage the elderly as well. And this has been my dream, to bring people from another culture, from another country to a country where they're maybe doing the same similar types of work, to encourage one another, to find out the successes and failures, and to discover how they might be able to expand their own work. So I'm delighted to have been able to do that, and it's actually an expansion for me as well. I've been coming to Kenya now for 12 years, and this is my first trip to Uganda. And Fred has been the one who has spearheaded the activities that we've been doing in the last few days as we've been here in Uganda. I don't like to think of myself as aged, and that has been my experience as I've been traveling this time. I have a little bit of discomfort in my hip, and so I've been using a cane, and I've been getting a lot of respect because of my white hair and the use of my cane. And I think of myself as very strong and energetic, so I don't think of myself as elderly, and yet to be treated that way, it causes me to have empathy and compassion for people who are not able to fend for themselves, because I feel like I still am able to, but I know that these are the conditions that people live under, and it's good to experience what other people are experiencing so you can have some compassion and empathy with them. My takeaway is gratitude. It's more blessed to give than receive, but in order to give, you have to have somebody who's receiving. So there needs to be another person on the other end of the opportunity that I've been given to be able to give for that person to receive. And it's also challenging because the need is so great. And so that's been something that I've had to work with as I've moved on. You know, it's like, how do you just give to a few people when there's so many people who are in need? And so we just do the best we can and pray that what has been given to them, they will also share with others, because what else can you do?